streaming an arena game. We are on the base map Plan Fan Factions expansion, and we are picking into the first seat. Let us take a look. So, we've got big buildings. We've got 2 air cult rewards, 2 fire cult rewards. Late double dwelling scoring is not super high scoring. Internal scoring is fun. Double air cult rewards. I kind of like witches here. I kind of like halflings here. Those are some of my most picked factions. Let's go with. I don't know that we've played a ton of halflings this arena season. Maybe we have, but got goblins in C2. Hate to see that. Hello, Skimmy. We love halflings. We do love halflings. Goats incoming. It's conspirators. Though this color wheel is kind of nasty. There's no good 4th color here. There simply isn't. I do think that with architects in the mix, architects are the sole red faction that don't get hurt so much by gray placing E7. So I'm hopeful to see architects, I think. Pastile Lives, there's no spade. There's no cult step. The priest is in the game. I kind of think that conspirators probably get that. You think that blue is the best color? Yeah, I mean, blue is fine when darklings are in the game. It's kind of annoying with goblins. Goblins are kind of like alchemists. I think goblins and treasurers and enlightened are kind of like alchemists in that, like, they can kind of have almost unlimited resources, and like they seem to be able to make resources out of nothing. Darklings are nice because like in a sandwich, because of their ability to generate spades and their inherent scoring and not really caring about connection as much. Goblins are kind of nuts even with 1 token. Yeah, I just don't really like the ability that much. I don't enjoy it that much. I honestly really like Children of the Worm. Now, they're super powerful, arguably overpowered, but they are very, very fun. Okay, Swarmlings is about as good as it gets, I think, here. This is a very interesting one. Halflings and Swarmlings, neither of these guys are that hex hungry, and neither of them really hurts goblins that bad. If we think about like this stretch up here in the north, goblins can definitely survive that stretch. No one should really fight them for this. And they should get a neighbor on E5, and I'm pretty sure they should get a neighbor on E10 versus conspirators here. So late dwellings, like building up early, I kind of think goblins are really good here. Now the track is very anti-goblins up until this round. You mostly just want to build dwellings, maybe sanctuary here. You think it's conspirators with this wheel? It might be conspirators with this wheel. It could very well just be conspirators with this wheel, but I'm kind of tempted here to try goblins. What pass tile do we get? Swarmlings definitely take the big building tile. Conspirators will take either worker power or priest, so we get either worker power or priest. I think we would prefer the priest as goblins. I think goblins start with a step on air, right? Yeah, so the step on air would be really nice. Conspirators, I think, could very credibly start with worker power to get to try to contest double dig early. Swarmlings are also just really good with kind of a low scoring game. This is kind of like a perfect track for them, right? You almost had all the 40s, yeah. The opportunity was there. Maybe we can do 37, 39, 40, right? If I jump to halflings. Swarms are just always good. Yeah, they're not Like if swarmlings start G6 and halflings for some reason don't open with a double spade, uh, that would be pretty killer. And they can get this round 2 town into the round 3 strongholds. Like that's, or sanctuary rather. I mostly feel sad for halflings here. It's just kind of an annoying wheel to deal with. Swarmlings will probably, well, I guess if you take double spade to open the game and goblins don't play G5, then you're pretty happy, right? You get F3, you get G5. No one should really want temp ship that bad. If goblins take temp ship, then it kind of sucks for us. But anyway, I do kind of want to just play conspirators and see what happens. I think we would probably take Air 2, right? Temple for Air 2. Or what would we say? Would we stronghold? Maybe we'd stronghold. Maybe we can stronghold and try to get this town. Stronghold single dig. Take Air 2. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 worker production. Try to get these two. You just temple Air 2 and try to stronghold round 3. Yeah, I mean, priests are better, but I'm like kind of tempted by this idea that we could get the round 2 town, but that's probably just not as good as like templing for Air 2, honestly. The other thing with Stronghold is that we could switch to Earth 2 this round, and if we get the 2 key town, then we would get this spade as well. So I have like a few reasons for thinking that Air 2 might be kind of fun here, or that Stronghold opening might be kind of fun. Yeah, if you can get the round 2 town, then it's worth it. So that would mean starting with worker power. We open with single spade. We're definitely going to get some decent leech here. So we open with single spade on E9. We build the stronghold. The annoying thing is like that water 2 step is really slow. We might miss out on the single spade in the second round, which would be really, really shitty. If we don't get single spade in round 2, then it would cost us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 workers to make the big building there, or to make the town, which is not going to happen. Then we're really sad, and we're probably just building a temple in round 2 if we get spade blocked. So like, could it be worth skipping a water 2 step and just taking air? Well, let's see. Two actions for the stronghold, 1 action for the dig, water 2, and switch. That's a 5 action round. If swarmlings get spade blocks, they're probably just having a 4 action round and passing. I think goblins are always taking a longer round. Halflings might have I think halflings and swarmlings might have faster rounds. However, they're also less likely to take that many spades in round 2. God, swarmlings are really good, aren't they? If swarmlings get double spade in round 1, like you just win the game, I think. Because probably halflings don't start H7. You probably get to town through here. And like you definitely get to get this big building. But they might just be okay even without like getting that fast town, honestly. They're probably at least 5 to 10 points better than halflings. I kind of want to put... like... You think that halflings are supposed to rip G5? Oh, rip the double spade. I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're right. They might be supposed to do that, right? Like, no one should be taking temp ship. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So, do you lose this town? Like, goblins starting G5 would probably just open up this eastern town. But I mean, if goblins are on G5, that's pretty bad for goblins, right? Halflings should start F5 and just box them in. I think Mike Check is a good player and isn't going to start G5 goblins. But who knows? But like nothing is really in the way of goblins here, right? It's mostly just an awkward track. This should be able to connect fairly freely through this north, so wow, Swarmlings also start with a big building tile. I know that you mentioned Stronghold Sanctuary. I'm not usually looking to open Stronghold Sanctuary, so I'm not really going to think too hard about it. Maybe one of Goblin's biggest fears is that Swarmlings cut off B5. That would be hilarious, right? If you build the Sanctuary here and then, like, do a bridge town, C4 and B5, that would be disastrous for Goblins. Yeah, Conspirators should get good leech. They should get G6 and they should get E7, both as good leech spots. Okay, whatever. I don't mind this. I'm not convinced that we got the best deal here, but I am fairly happy to be playing Conspirators, and I really hope that this game moves a little faster starting here. Halflings start on F5. Okay, he says sorry late, so okay. I don't think that this will necessarily continue to be a trend. That's all good news. This player... .105 ELO with 7 games of Terra Mystica. Okay. So this could be interesting. This is, yeah, this is... I guess... I guess that's one awkward thing that could happen. We don't get the leech that we expect. Yeah, H4 I kind of saw coming. This is a little awkward for halflings. It's also a little awkward for me. I might need like D5 or D6 to connect. We're definitely placing here, and hopefully halflings place E6, but if I were halflings... Oh, halflings can't place E7 because goblins have E10, right? So... you think I'm still fine? I think I'm still fine as well, but it's not... This is very good for halflings. Oh, actually, no. This is very good for goblins. This is extraordinarily good for goblins, right? Like, they have... Now they get this town with all the hexes over here in the east, as well as E6. Yeah, it's goblins who are just, like, going off. And goblins are also getting better leech on, like, E5. Like, losing... Either halflings place F7, or goblins get this, like, center town as well. Wow, yeah, okay, so goblins get this center town. Now, goblins might be cut off. That might be the good thing here. So, this is not good news. Well, it's good news if goblins build E6, but they don't have to build E6, right? Having no neighbors here in the center is bad. But, wow, Swarmlings took worker power. Okay. I really, really hope that I get a spade. And I should, because I think that halflings are going to give me one. Actually, I'm kind of seeing a world where I don't get a spade, because halflings might Goblins. Oh wait, goblins took the priest. Right, of course they took the priest. Okay, halflings take the double spade. They're going to go G4 first. So goblins now have the leech to take a spade if they want one. I think that goblins probably want to open double temple. So I just have to hope that swarmlings don't get a spade. They build G4 first. Yeah, agreed. Which is why I didn't expect to get a spade immediately. The problem is that swarmlings might spade, but swarmlings are also a 100 elo player who didn't take the big building tile, and they also started on E4. So are they really going to spade? They not only didn't take the big building, they also didn't take the priest. That is kind of the most wild part to me. All right, we're in business. You think that makes them more likely to spade? They have 100 elo. I'm not sure if they even know that taking spade actions is good. They really should have spaded H5, to be clear, but wow. Okay, this is a cool opening by halflings, but it's not good news for us. It's going to take us quite a long time to get the power to spade. I think that our best route to getting a spade is putting a bump on the water track. Actually, swarmlings, I guess they have G3, but they don't really want to spade, do they? It's the second time you've seen hard dig H5 halflings on temp ship in 2 days, and it didn't work out for the halflings last time. I think it could work out for halflings this time for sure, right? Swarmlings took a priest. That's actually a good move. Bump? Question mark? I mean, this is clever by halflings also not to give me any leech. Please put the priest to a cult. Please just put it to a cult. Or just make a TP, I don't care. As long as you don't two ships swarmlings mini rush time. Yep, their own worker power, not temp ship. They get 5 power priest, but God, this is agonizing. They're also taking a long time to make this move. This is depressing. This is real depressing. It's real rough relying on. Yep. Fuck. Okay. Our game is in shambles now. Yeah, I mean, mic check delayed until we were fucked, so. Flop and pass for double. Yeah, I mean that is the plan. Like we're definitely taking double spade. You know, I'm kind of seeing a route here, right? Like, if I pass onto this, can I still get this town? I think if I pass onto the TP tile, I can still get this town. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 workers. This gives me 6. And I'll have a bunch of power when goblins make this temple. So I'm gonna say that I get this second town. Or I get this town anyway. I might get double and single spade. I think that's actually possible too, because if halflings should be building E10, right? They might put like their temple down here, but oh no, I'm not getting double. I'm not getting single spade, am I? In fact, I might not even get double spade. I mean, I'm going to get one of the 2 spades, but halflings can absolutely open with a spade on I7. And if swarmlings do make this temple, then they'll probably open double spade. Goblins might just 2-ship. Yeah, I mean, goblins aren't going to steal any spades, right? Goblins shouldn't take any spades. In any case, I'll just be spading E9. I think that goblins might come after F4 at some point, but honestly, if I can just wrap around to G2, I should still be able to access the hexes that I need down there. It seems really iffy for halflings to double spade again with no temple and all these free browns. Yeah, they would... Let's see, what would I do if I were halflings here? They could have double spaded, like... They could have set themselves up to make a town in round 2, but they didn't do that. They chose to come after here, which, I mean, I think that's a defensible move, but... Who knows? Who knows? You don't think single spading I7 is... I mean, I'm... Like, no one's saying that this is good, right? Why is Swarmling's economy so trash? Like, what happened to all their resources? Was it just, like, just this depleted their resources down here? Does that seem wrong to anyone? Maybe it's not wrong. This is 8, 10. I guess they started with 11 workers, and then this was 13 coins, 16 coins. Okay. Oh God. Yeah. That's what happened to their resources, huh? God damn. Well, they got on the big building tile, and they have a lot of coins, so... That part is well played, I guess. So I think that I really want E8 this game, right? Having an opponent with advanced digs doesn't feel great to us. Okay, cool. They just took that. Okay, I officially have the power to make this town. Even with hard dig, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I need a worker's action. I need a worker's action or the single spade. Should be able to get at least one of those two. Swarmlings, if I were Swarmlings, I would just temple here and then do this. They could also bridge to F4 and then hard dig onto F4, I guess. But this E4 is pretty... The E4 stronghold is just bad, right? Like, I don't even like D5, but surely that's better than this. I predict Swarmlings pass onto temp ship and then go double dig next round on like F4, F2 or something. Okay, so now they've, well, they could upgrade down here. They don't have to give me leech. It is so painful to be denied leech this hard by double East Brown. Like, it just feels really, really bad. And I really don't think that this is that good for them either, but whatever. Goblins are advancing their shipping. This pace for swarmlings is just absolutely brutal. It's absolutely brutal. Also, yeah, you know what? Fuck you, halflings. If I'm halflings, I'm taking the bridge here, though. Regardless of what happens here, this gets traded for Earth too, I think. And if halflings still don't give me leech, I'm just literally going to temple for Earth 3. Yeah. If halflings still don't give me leech, I'll temple for Earth 3, transform D7, and then go to the races from there. This is justice, though. Jesus, that took so long. This person's playing so slow. I get that they're new, but like it's really frustrating to play like an arena game with someone this slow. Heroic logic, what is up? Yes, Terra Mystica. Terra Mystica. We should concern ourselves with, are we taking this 2-key town? The answer is yes, we are. We're definitely taking the 2-key town. I can temple with a worker town? Yeah, but you're saying I could temple for Earth 3 instead. That's true, but I think that the 2 key town is worth it. The 2 key town will get me this spade and this worker, so and it'll get me like at least like a few cult points. So I'm a fan of 2 key here. You're just not thinking. That's fine. That's fine. We're all guilty of not thinking sometimes, especially when it's someone else's game, right? Do we take the shipping town here and just go dwelling, dwelling? So where's my spade going? The spade is going at f4, right? So next round is just dwelling, dwelling, dwelling? Question mark? Or is it just dwelling, dwelling, and that's it? And temple. Dwelling, dwelling, temple with this is probably fairly reasonable. I don't think that the temp ship does me much. Yeah, the temp ship gets me 1 dwelling. I don't think I need it that much. By the way, I should really give myself the opportunity to undo in case I feel bad. It's always 2 key. In this game, it's always 2 key, right? Like, it's not always 2 key. Anyway, halflings don't look bad. I think halflings could still make a run here for sure. I gotta get those bullet settings off. Yeah, 1 by 1, they're coming off. I've got my animations now. I've got my auto leech off. Yeah. Okay, goblins are going to build into us. That's great. That's great. Should we be templing for Earth 1? No, I don't think we should temple for Earth 1. We should probably temple for Water 2, right? We'll temple Water 2. And then we'll grab Earth 1 afterward. Yeah, that's the play. So now there's like a small question of how to maximize should we be maximizing our leech or maximizing our points or what? And I lean toward we'll maximize our points because I think that economically speaking, I think we're okay. So I'm going to temple for Water 1. Water 2 rather. Get some power that way. Then I'll swap for Earth 1. And then I'll build these 2. Fire 1 is also tempting, so. Auto leech automatically turns off. Interesting. In any case, yeah, we're thinking a little bit here about which favor we want. We might also want Fire 1 as the favor for next round. Why do I have 3 income? I didn't realize that the Conspirators' first temple TP was good. It's kind of fun. All right. I think we are just going to take... Well, it's definitely Water 2 to start with, so this is easy. The question is, are we switching after this to Earth 1 or Fire 1? That's not obvious. Kind of think it might be Earth 1. Yeah. Kind of thinking that it's Earth 1 now. But it might be none of the above. It might become Fire 1 if our opponent here... We'll bump the Fire track because Mike Trike could Sanctuary for Earth 1. So I think that we're supposed to bump the Fire track anyway. Whoops. Nope. gives us a shot at the extra worker if we have to settle for fire 1 instead. But if we do get earth 1, like that's great. Oh wait, earth 1 is in absolutely zero danger of running out. I'm talking like a fool. Nice, fire 2. They probably don't know about the 3 hexes required rule. Okay, this halflings game is pretty sick, I have to admit. They caught a really unlucky break with I7, but they're having a pretty sick game. It's just, I'm a little bitter about how they leech starved me, obviously, but I can't really say that like their decisions were that bad. Hey, is it crazy for me to try to go after F3? That's probably crazy, right? Because goblins will probably... If I try to kill goblins like that, they'll probably come back on C2. But like right now I have the ability to take 2 spades, but I only need 1. And I don't really have the ability to use that second because I don't have shipping right now. In the end, I probably want to build G2. I probably just want to build G2. I don't want to kill goblins like hopes because F3 is probably a good neighbor spot for us. We do have some major coin issues headed into this next round, which is a result of us taking Earth 1, of course, instead of Fire 1. So maybe we don't take the spade, and instead we just pass on to the big building tile. I mean, swarmlings are taking another, like, just stupidly long turn, but... You see power in both 3 and 2 coins coming from the tile flop. I mean, kind of, but like, I kind of want to take a single spade here. Probably isn't worth it though, I guess. Swarmlings advanced their digs to 2, so now they're going to take a town. Okay. Fair enough. It's the TP round and I'll have coins after. Yeah, like, the question is, am I supposed to... Oh, single is gone. Double is my only option. Yeah, never mind. I don't want double dig. Yeah, okay. Double dig might be worth it. Yeah, but I'll have 0 coins after that, right? Like, I'll enter next round with 2 coins. And halflings have taken this coin tile already. This does give me 2 coins, so probably I use this on water 1 next round, right? If I beat halflings to the, if I beat swarmlings to the pass. Okay, I think I'd pass here. I pass for the big building tile. My first action, I flip for water 1. I flip earth 2 for water 1. Actually, maybe I flip earth 1 for water 1. Can I do that? I don't know what swarmlings will do, so I probably can't afford to do that. Swarmlings are setting this priest like always, so should I double? That's the question here. I'd have 2 coins, and then this would make it 4 coins. I would have like no power. I could send a priest to air for like 1 power. So I'd have 4 coins and like 1 power. Or like I would have 5 coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not enough. The extra hex is just no good. The problem is that I do need an extra hex. Alright. If I double, I just build both dwellings. I only have 1 worker. Yeah, that's why I don't really think double spade is worth it. If I could build 2 dwellings, double spade would be worth it, but I don't think it is. I might even hard dig here. I might even hard dig G2 or something. That might be the play, right? I can hard dig G2 and build 3 dwellings pretty happily. Wow, Swarmlings did not even send their last priest, so okay. Yes, glorious leech, glorious leech. Feels a little cowardly to hold on to Earth 1 this round and not Earth 2, but I'm just gonna have a little faith right here that can work out. I have 1 million workers, it seems fine. I still feel really sad about it because I love Earth 2, but Earth 1 is just like by far the most important favor of this game for the rest of the way. The question is like, was forcing water 1 worth it? And the answer is probably yes. Like, the answer is probably just yes. So all right, so we're going to send this priest to air. Then we're going to build 3 TPs. And we're going to hard dig G2. Hard dig 1, 2, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 coins. I easily have 11 coins. I might want to advance my shipping, but I guess that's not happening. I need to send this priest to air. I could take the ship town. That might be the way. And then I just need, after that, either D5 or D6 or E8. I need one of these 3 hexes to connect. I really would like a 8 VP town as well, but I don't know if we can like ask for that necessarily. Let's just secure this last spot. I also don't need the shipping town yet, right? The shipping town can wait. Wow, wait. Black is in trouble here. Black can't make any good TPs right now. They have 3 X tokens, but like 0 neighbors. I guess swarmlings are probably going to neighbor up over here, but this is not a good spot to be in for goblins. They have nothing to use these X tokens on. So it's really just halflings, right? And halflings might just have us beat. I don't think swarmlings are really in contention. I could be wrong. Swarmlings are just a very strong faction, so even though this player is playing like not great, like a not great Swarmlings player could still beat us. Halflings managed to get Earth 1. Not shocking. Again, they have yet to upgrade next to us all game, which obviously has been part of their game plan, but is very, very frustrating. That we didn't expect. We like that. I don't think I'm getting these hexes down here. Halflings are probably going to try to 3-town this game using I9 and H6 and H7 or something. Yeah, this is very not good for... This doesn't look good to me for goblins. Yeah, I guess we're giving this leech to goblins. I'm probably also just like overstating goblins' issues. They're probably just fine. Like honestly, 3 X tokens is a ton. They could just go priest to worker, make a TP, and then they can get like 12 coins from here. Yeah, this is very nice news for goblins that they're getting this neighbor. A little sad for them to miss out on that leech, but all right, so we're about to get a lot of leech here from halflings, and they're all going to be 2-for-1s basically, which is nice. By the way, should we consider making the sanctuary this round? We talked about hard digging G2, but what if we just transform G2 with our cult spade and instead build the sanctuary? Building the sanctuary would cost us... Like, we can definitely do it coins-wise, because the sanctuary pays us back coins. If we take Fire 2... I don't know, it might be crazy, but I'm considering building the sanctuary here for, like, Air 1. At least a temple should be okay, right? In any case, we can definitely afford to just build these TPs for now. And then, like, at least one more TP is safe to build before we think about making a temple. Or making the sanctuary, rather. What if, like, we templed Fire 2 followed by Air 1? Followed by Sanctuary Air 1? That would be, it would only be 6 points, huh? 6 points is probably not worth it. Yeah, okay, 6 points is probably not worth it. But now I'm considering, what if I go TP Temple Air 1, build 4 TPs this round and Temple for Air 1, and then I transform this guy to red, and then just connect off of E8. I don't know, I'm talking kind of crazy here, but I've got some ideas. I think that getting a second priest production would also just be a good idea. Goblins have been like just like going to town on all these cults, but I could get in their way a little bit there. I would slaughter my own workers production, but why E8 instead of C3 and C4? I don't have any shipping. That's why. I literally have no shipping. Also, I'm now like the plan now no longer involves G2, so that's also kind of just sitting there, like that fact. Yeah, I can't believe that I ever was sympathetic to goblins. Look at them now. I only have one cult spit. Yeah, I mean the cult spit is going on G2, right? I was thinking like double dig or something on E8, but like the cult spit is going on G2. I just take a town, probably like a worker town, right? Um, oh, halflings passed after building only 1 TP. Wild. We are just gonna grind our worker production into dust here, and we're gonna have fun doing it. I think this is just entertaining. Um, it could just be foolishness, but like we do play the game for fun, right? So I totally could have taken Earth 2 there, huh? These 3 points are probably not worth as much as one worker right now. Oh man, that's a huge break for us. I thought that Mike was going to use an X token, but if we land on this worker, like that's incredible news for us. That's a huge break. Huge break. One reason why I kind of want to just lock up E8 is because goblins can still connect if they get E8, and then our network is in jeopardy if goblins do get that. I think that our play here is we probably give up water one this round for earth two. As far as I can tell, that's probably the best thing that we can do with our switch this round. I arguably could have taken temp ship there too, but I think that temp ship might be a decent late round thing. I also think that I'm taking the 8-point town here because 8-point town comes with 4 power here. Uh, okay, halflings probably open the coins. If I'm goblins, I'm probably opening temple. Wow, swarmlings decided to take temp ship. So they're going to put the spade on D1. Yep, there it is. Now's not the time to chicken out. Gotta keep taking those coins. You just gotta. They take workers, which obviously makes sense. That's sad. I actually think that templing Earth one there could have been pretty good. I don't know that I need coins more than workers either. I wonder if halflings took the workers just to seeing that like I had issues, but I don't really care that much. As long as I can connect here, I should be okay. And I'm just going to keep taking this 8-point town. I'll advance my shipping. And then maybe I'll spade D6. Wow, what the fuck? God, I fucking hate, like... I guess they can 3-town here, but... They also used, like, the double spade to do that instead of using their advanced digging, which is just... Anyway, yeah, now Mike Trek has 0 issues with workers because he can... Now he takes the single spade too, so I now cannot... Yeah, I actually could just get my connection cut here, which is kind of insane. Like, unless I stick my neck out and, like, hard dig D6 right now, like, I could just get my connection cut by halflings coming here and here. I guess one thing is we at least don't need to worry about goblins winning the network race now. Presumably, halflings are going to take I-10 here. Do I even want those coins? I think we said that we were going to throw away the water one. And we're going to take earth 2. I think I'm ready to pass. Admittedly, it's foreseeable that swarmlings would want a third town, so it's just obviously very frustrating. Yeah, halflings should lock up I-9 here. I don't know if I need this leech anymore. We can pass here and just take a coins action. That's probably best, right? Goblins take a workers' town. Okay. They want to eventually advance their shipping. That makes sense. Or advance their digging, so they need lots of workers. All right, it's time to pass. It's time to pass. Halflings are kind of threatening to cut off Goblin's town even, which is pretty hilarious. Goblins definitely need to secure I-11, which they will early next round, but what's annoying is that they probably will be able to squeeze out 2 more towns. Would love to see Swarmlings block this TP pass tile here. Please do it. Please do it. Oh wait, no. Halflings. What do they do? Oh, they hadn't used their TP yet. Fair enough. Hard to expect them to do that for me. So, who's winning? The answer is halflings. Halflings are winning. So we're opening with double spade, right? Or like our goal here is to take double spade. We can let goblins have the coins maybe. Can we? It feels pretty bad to let goblins have coins. But I think that we just need hexes. We'll take c3, c4, right? Goblins only advance to dig once, so we'll take c3, c4. We might set goblins up for 4 towns, but who gives a fuck? Yeah, we'll just take c3, c4, and then we'll see what happens from there. We'll build c3 first. And if we can pull a fast one after that, then we will, but no guarantees that we can. All right, so if we manage to get like A2, E3, and F1, we're very, very happy, right? By the way, swarmlings, by the way, can get down to, they can probably outright win network here, which would be pretty crazy. I think that's in play though, right? Like it's quite easy for them to dig down this. Then they could dig down this, this, and this. Maybe they even get A4. Like it's not out of the question. I think we've gotten I think we're beating halflings network, right? There aren't that many resource towns left. They need to spend a lot of workers to dig this. I want to believe that we've at least beaten or tied halflings network. As long as we get A2, E3, and E1, which I guess is no guarantee. Goblins advance their digging all the way, so they can mess with A2, but then I hard dig E3 and get to E1. Goblins don't touch F1, and swarmlings have no shipping yet. We'll obviously have to rush there, but we'll see what happens. Maybe I should have sent Priest to fire there, but I'm pretty concerned about rushing here right now. Goblins do need to lock up their own territory as well, so for their own town. So like they might not be able to spare the worker unless they've done a lot of math to take A2. Okay, yeah, I'm not beating halflings. They have another town coming in. They have Earth 1 and Water 1. They don't need to connect to beat me here. Water 2, air 3. Who knows? Air 1. Wow. Their first scoring favor or bonus in a long time. Should goblins build their stronghold here? I thought that they were going for 3 towns, but it's looking pretty hard now. They might just not have the structures for it. Can't take that leech. I think halflings will be at like 156 before any endgame scoring, which is pretty insane. So they're going to be easily in the 160s. I think we've got network 1. We hope, I guess. Oh, okay. Goblins got the better town, so that's cool. But halflings will come second on network anyway. Or I guess swarmlings will beat them on network, but here's the swarmlings just chasing down halflings on that cult. Okay, goblins are pretty much done. I think we've got them beat by enough points to not have to worry too much about them having this. As long as swarmlings know how to advance their shipping, then we should have goblins beat. That would cost them 6 points, right? Goblins should really build one more dwelling, though. Like, each dwelling that goblins build is worth 3 points to them. That's about as many points as they can make from anything. So, if they build, like, B2, like, A4, A7 here, like, they're actually competing with halflings for network, which is hilarious, but, like, halflings will only have 8 structures, so if goblins can get to 8, that's very good for them. What just happened, by the way? Swarmlings did a 5 power priest conversion and took a power down. Okay. They're gonna fight cults till like the cows come home. Then they're not gonna compete for network at all. They have no shipping right now. I think we return Earth 2 and just take Earth 3. We can't really return Air 1, which sucks. But Earth 3 will get us like a ton of power, which is pretty nice. Because when we go down on the Earth track, now we're going to gain 3 power by going back up the Earth track. I don't think I need this power anymore. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, right? I only need 4 coins for the rest of this game. Okay, goblins are going to build some network. That's great. That is great news. So halflings have enough to send 2 priests to cult and then advance their shipping. They will get to 142 in game. I think swarmlings can only tie my network, if not possibly lose to me on network if they really advance their shipping here. Oh, halflings. What? They already had shipping to get to 8? Okay. Okay. So halflings past, they'll be at, as we said, 152, which is hilarious. This will, I have to think that swarmlings beat them on fire. So that'll be 156 plus like 3, 159. Tie, a third on network, whatever. We just put the last priest to Earth. Don't give goblins any reason to get funny ideas. They can just protect their water cult or something. Yeah. So we got 130. We're going to pass, be at 137. Resource point 138. We've got 15 points. Do we have 15 points? Can swarmlings build 2 more? Yeah, they can. They can build 2 more dwellings, I think. Oh, wait. I did forget swarmlings have expensive dwellings, so maybe not. Feels like a misevaluation of halflings in the auction. That could definitely be the case. But aren't I beating halflings? Am I beating halflings? I have plus 15 on them in network. Or at least plus 12 on them in network. And then plus some in the cult as well. I did say that I was losing to them, but I'm doing the math now and it doesn't seem that that's necessarily true. I thought that swarmlings were going to beat me on network. Um, I thought swarmlings were going to beat me on network, so that's part of it. I was ready to cut over to. I mean, it's a pretty good break that. I think that G8 here and lack of G6 is probably a pretty good break for halflings. Um, I'm cooked. Never mind, I'm winning. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about there. Um, Halflings don't always get 3 towns here, right? So that is an area where their game went well, but it didn't have to. I think it's a bad break for halflings that goblins decided to commit to this town. Goblins could have just said, fuck it, I'm leaving G5 as is, and then just like called it a game, right? But they didn't. I think goblins made a big mistake by not doing E10. I think that if they do E10, halflings play center. I think all of goblins, halflings, and conspirators have a better game if goblins place E10 and then halflings place E6. Because halflings then get this stretch for free. They get this town. Actually, my game is worse because then, well, I guess I never really got over here anyway, right? Like this is like some pretty shitty stuff, and maybe I still get down here. I don't know. Not clear. That was a rough one for me. So this is a 12-point water one, probably like a 16-point earth one or something. Maybe more than a 16-point earth one. Like an 18-point earth one. And a 9-point air one. This guy wasn't that slow, but it was still pretty slow. We relatively crushed the scoring track. That has a lot to do with building out all our TPs during the TP round. Never building another TP, and then just building dwellings the rest of the way. Obviously, managing to get this town was really good as well. We eventually did get our hands on some double spades, but it really, I guess we got one in round 6. It felt like we were delayed on this double spade for so long, but it wound up being okay. We got a few more cult points than expected, thanks to halflings kind of playing the way that they did. And yeah, just lots of earth 1, water 1, air 1 points, and some good. Like we got pretty good breaks all around. This was the only thing where I was really annoyed, but in the end, it makes sense that Swarmlings did it. So yeah, I mean it's hard to take away too many lessons from this, right? Like Swarmlings played a super strange game that no one really expected. They ended up with 104 points, which they you probably expect more than that. You probably expect more than like 12 cult points from Swarmlings as well. So who knows? All right, I'm gonna give my thread a rest. It's nice to get a win, even if it's not against like the strongest of competition. We got 13 elo. Thanks for watching. Thanks for chatting. We'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.